So I'm really pleased to be here. My name is John Martinez. I'm with MDRC. And I have to say I feel really pleased and lucky to have come here. I'm a deputy director of my policy area, and in that role I am involved in hiring decisions. I'm also part of the senior leadership team at MDRC. And I think, I feel like I'm going to walk away with a lot of really good information that's going to be useful in helping me think and being able to bring back to MBRC thinking about some of these issues. So I feel really, really lucky to have been a part of this. So with that, I'm going to try and keep my remarks short because I actually am hoping that we'll have a really good dialogue because I want to learn more. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what we're doing at MDRC to think about some of these issues. And some of the things that I'm going to talk about are directly related to issues around having a diverse workforce, and some are a little bit more indirectly related. But I think it altogether it shows what we're trying to think about and do at MDRC to do this. And with that, I'll say, but I think we can do a lot more, and I think we have a lot further to go. So for those of you that don't know, MBRC is a nonprofit, nonpartisan education and social policy research organization. We're in New York. We have a small office in Oakland, California, and we've grown tremendously over the last couple of years, and we're actually either close to or a little over 300 employees. And for the folks that know MBRC, that's really big for us. So trying to think about issues around diversity have been particularly relevant as we've kind of grown and expanded. So I think a lot of the reason that we're focused on this is there really is a strong commitment all the way from the top. Our president, Gordon Berlin, really cares about making sure that MDRC reflects the diversity of the communities that we work in, that the programs that we're evaluating, and consistently conveys that message to the senior leadership team, which we then carry down to staff, and it really is a part of our culture at MDRC. I think an example of this is anytime we make a recommendation to hire, we've gone through an interviewing process, and we've decided to select a candidate, and we're recommending that we hire them. One of the first questions is often around how diverse was the pool of candidates that you looked at. And in some circumstances, if the feeling is we really didn't have enough of a reach, that approval for that position won't necessarily come. That they'll actually have us reopen the position and really try and get out there and make sure that we're really that the pool really reflects that diversity, and that we're really trying to think about that. But I'll be honest and I'll say that is one of our biggest challenges, is trying to make sure that we have a diverse pool. I think our HR department really tries. We have a recruitment associate that really spends a lot of time trying to tap, potential, connections that could lead to, diverse pools. Our staff are really encouraged to help, with their networks. But I think this really speaks to an issue that came up this morning, that sometimes, the staff networks might not really be the folks that you want may not be in the networks that, our staff are connected to. So it's something that we really spend a lot of time thinking about and know that we can do a better job around. So I'd be curious, during the discussion to hear folks' thoughts around that. MDRC also has a summer Doctoral Fellowship program, and that really strives around trying to make sure there's a diverse pool and really considers that. It is a paid Doctoral Fellowship, and the idea is the doctoral fellows that are selected come to MDRC for about 6 weeks during the summer. They get office space. They work on their own research on their dissertation, but it's an opportunity to really be exposed to the culture at MDRC. They can participate in team meetings and staff meetings, go to lunch forums, connect with folks that work at MDRC. And our goal around that is, one, to support folks that are working on their dissertation, but it's also an opportunity to maybe expose some people who may not have considered working at a place like MBRC, and giving them an inside view of what it's like and what a career path there might look like. We also have something that I really worked on, and we were able to start last year, is we have a similar position at the master's level, where we bring someone in for the summer. That that is actually a paid internship because they actually work on MDRC projects and really have the opportunity to kind of see what it's like to work on a project in MDRC with some colleagues and learn a little bit about what it's like to work in an organization like ours. We also have a very active diversity council. I was one of the founding members of the diversity council, and I think we started that, I want to say about 12 years ago. And it's incredibly active. The members serve 2-year terms. Their peers at MDRC nominate them to be part of the diversity council, and then the existing diversity council interviews the staff, asks them for some ideas that they might have, and that council really represents the diversity of MDRC. And so in addition to the things that you would expect, like sponsoring discussions and things like that, they have a very active subcommittee approach to try and get important work done. And 2 examples of some subcommittee work that's been happening. One relates to recruitment. So there's a recruitment subcommittee that really works with HR to make sure that we're really tapping a wide and diverse potential employees and tries to come up with innovative places to potentially make those connections. And that's certainly, HR is swamped. They have a lot of other responsibilities besides recruitment, and having a subcommittee really focus on that allows us to try and make sure that we're doing everything that we can to ensure that diverse pool. The other subcommittee that I wanted to mention that I think has been really interesting is there's been a subcommittee of the Diversity Council that's really focused on the diversity in our work. Are we thinking about diversity issues in the research that we do? So an example that they've been working on lately is a series of facilitated conversations around cultural competence. We do a lot of field research. We work with a lot of organizations, staff within those organizations, the participants in the programs that we're evaluating, and are we really focused enough in understanding some of the issues around diversity and cultural competence, so that our research also reflects the importance of diversity and being thoughtful around that. And the last thing that I wanted to mention that we do is we actually have a formal mentoring program at MDRC. In that program, we pair either junior or mid-level career staff with senior staff at MDRC. And so part of it, and it's not a supervisory relationship, so the mentor is someone that you don't directly report to, you probably don't even work with. And really the goal for that, there's 2 things that we hope to accomplish with this program. One is obviously, it's another opportunity to speak with someone who's been successful in their career at MDRC and kind of having an opportunity to run some of the work issues that you're grappling with and how to be successful there. But the other thing is any organization you work with has a culture. There's a culture around how to be successful and things like that. And I think that this mentoring program really affords an opportunity for folks that are trying to find their way at MDRC to connect with staff that have been successful to figure out how do I navigate this culture to make sure that I have as successful a career as I can at MDRC. And I think that's a really important it's a really important aspect to being successful there. And it is supported by MDRC. The mentor and their mentee or protege can go out to lunch on MDRC's dime quarterly. We actually have a charge code that we can charge our time to when we meet with when the mentor and the protege meet. And I think that that sends a message in a lot of ways that MDRC thinks this is important, and we think it's so important we're actually investing in it, making an investment there. So those are some of the things that MDRC has been trying to do and think about in terms of trying to make sure that our staff reflect, the diversity of the communities that we work in. Like I said, I don't think we have all the answers. I'm really proud of what we've been able to do thus far, but I think there's a lot more that we can do, and I'm really interested to hear from folks as we move into the discussion. So thank you.